Namaste, everyone. I changed the theme of this class to calm stretch. And to be completely honest, I only use the word stretch for other people because in yoga, I actually don't like to think of us stretching because stretch implies that you're going to open something and then it's going to go back. And in yoga, our goal is more to open and then remain a little bit more open. But we'll use stretch just because everyone knows what that means. So I'd love to begin with a little bit of breath and a few ohms, and then we'll come into warming up and opening the body all over. Does that sound good? Yeah. So let's find a comfortable seat, letting both sitting bones kind of drop down as equally as possible. And then letting your spine lengthen as if you have a beam of light in the spine, and this beam of light is continuing up above the head into the sky, and it's holding you up. Let's rub the palms of the hands together. And bring the hands to the heart in prayer pose. Let's take 3 ohms. Let's inhale together. Exhale all the way out. And inhale for the sound of Om. Setting an intention for this practice today. And letting that intention go, set it free. Bringing one hand to cover the heart center and one hand to the belly. Tucking the chin ever so slightly so that the notch at the neck gets a tiny bit hollow. Gently closing the eyes. As you inhale, send your inhale down into the belly and just fill the belly like a balloon or a Buddha belly. And as you exhale, you can slowly release the breath out through the nose. And at the bottom of your exhale, you might draw your belly button a little bit towards the spine, squeezing out that last bit of air. On your next inhale, fill the belly. And when the belly is full, let the breath expand into the rib cage. When you exhale, release the ribs first, then the belly. Now we'll add the chest. On your next inhale, let your belly fill. Then the ribs flare open like the gills of a fish, and then the breath reaches the chest. As you exhale, release the breath from top to bottom, retracing your steps all the way down to the belly. You should feel this breath even in the back of your body. And begin to layer on the Ujjayi sound, ocean breath, by contracting your throat slightly so you can hear your breath. And begin to count, taking 5 seconds to inhale or longer, and 5 seconds to exhale. You can release the hands as you do this. On your next exhale, release the fingers to the floor. And as you begin to inhale, reach the arms and hands out and up, all the way to the sky. Keep the palms facing up as you exhale. Let the arms come out and down, like you're opening a dome over the crown of the head. Moving at your own pace. Opening the sacs of the lungs a little bit more. This time we'll pause at the top of the inhale. Hold the breath in for a moment as you press down through the sitting bones and reach up even taller. Exhale, reach forward and down, bringing your hands down in front of you and folding. Let your head relax. On an inhale, come rising up. Arms can stretch forward and up. Exhale, bring your hands out and down. And let's switch the crossing of your legs. So if your right shin was in front, switch so that the other left shin is in front. Inhale, reach it out and up. Press down through those sitting bones, getting even taller, stretching through the whole center of the body. Exhale, reach it forward and down, bringing the hands to the floor, gently folding. Let your head relax. Keeping your same breath. When you're ready, on an inhale, begin to rise it up. Arms stretch forward and up. Exhale them out and down. Bring your right hand to the floor on the side of you and reach your left arm up and over. Good, and we'll start to reach forward a little bit and back. So a little twisting happening here. So inhale as you start to rotate the heart up towards the ceiling a little bit, and your hand reaches a little bit back towards the back wall. Exhale as you reach it a little bit forward. You're still reaching to the right. Good. And you can make this as big as you want. So your arm might reach really far back eventually, and it might come all the way down to the ground in front of that right knee. Good, and reach it over to that right side, grounding through the left sitting bone. Deep inhale. Exhale all the way out. Inhale, come up to seated. Beautiful. Other side. Starting slow, just coming into that side bend. Notice how it feels. Keeping your breath. And then when you're ready, keep it small at first, reaching back a little bit and forward. And eventually it might get a little bigger. You might reach all the way down to the floor, about a foot in front of that left knee. Beautiful, everyone. It's amazing how responsive the body is. When you're ready, reach it over to the side. And inhale, reach it up. Let it go. Good. Let your legs release out long. Let's do a little pump for the belly, just keeping things clean and clear through here. So if you want to, you can even let one hand rest on the belly so that you can feel the pumping, or both hands can rest on the legs. So I'll tighten my shirt so that you can see mine. Just going to inhale here into the belly, and then exhale all the way out. Hold the breath out, tuck the chin, and pump the belly button in and out. When you're ready, release the belly and inhale. Exhale all the way out, holding the breath out as you pump. One more time. Good, release. Place your hands on the thighs. Come back to your breath. And begin to roll the ankles. Opening and strengthening the lower legs. Add the wrists. And go the other way. Interlace your hands, flex your feet, spreading through the toes. Reach the hands away from you. Good. Press one heel of your hand forward a little bit more. And then the other. Good. Inhale, reach it up and back. Exhale. Let it down. Good. Let's come into a little flow here. We're going to open the whole front of the body and the back of the body. Let's inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, letting your belly start to fold first, then your heart, then your head. The hands come down towards the toes, ankles, or shins. Take a breath here. Use your inhale to rise back up. Point your toes. Exhale, bring the arms down behind you, leaning back. Inhale, either just lift the chest up or lift the hips up as well. Head might be able to fall off the back. Full breath here. On an exhale, lowering down. Plant those sitting bones into the ground. Inhale, reach it up. Flexing the feet. Exhale, folding. When you're ready, inhale, reach it up. Point the toes. Exhale, hands come behind you. Inhale, lift the heart or the hips as well. On an exhale, lowering down. One more. Flex those feet. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, see if you can bow a little bit lower. Let's stay here for a couple breaths this time. You can even rock a little bit side to side, coaxing the body open. On an inhale, reaching it up. Point those toes, exhale, hands come behind you. Inhale, lift the heart, maybe the hips, maybe the head falls off the back. Deep breath. On an exhale, lower the hips down and take any props or pillows out from underneath the hips. Scoop the knees up. Sitting on your sitting bones, lean back just enough to lift the feet up off the floor, keeping your heart lifted and your shoulders relaxing down. Keep the knees and the big toes together. Begin to circle the feet. Good, and if you lost your breath, come back to it. Slow inhale, slow exhale. Other way. Good, pause at center. Reach for the outer edges of your feet and begin to open the knees. Kind of like you're in a happy baby. Good, keep that heart lifting. And begin to straighten the legs out into a V. You're opening the backs of the legs, you're balancing. Little heart lift. And you're breathing. Good. Feel free to play with it a little bit. Beautiful. That's amazing, Carolyn. Good, Jenny. Nice, Kiki. Yeah, let's bring the soles of the feet together. Let them down and let there be lots of space between the heels and the groin. Bring your hands over your feet. Inhale, get a little bit taller. Exhale, let your elbows bend out to the sides as you begin to fold. Now just pause wherever you're starting to feel this. Take a couple breaths. Relax the face, relax the jaw, and allow the body to melt a little bit. Imagine that your breath and your prana are going down into the low back and the hips. And it's as if your rib cage and your heart are trying to reach away from your hips to give a little more space. When you're ready, ride your inhale back up. Keep your left knee bent. And bring your right foot to the side of your left leg. So if my knee is here, I'm on top of my thigh here. Let me back up a little bit. Okay. And then just take this foot that's on your right, your left foot, and draw it towards your right hip. So you end up looking like this. We've done this before. Yeah, ready? We're gonna twist the belly, okay? So let's try to lengthen the belly, give it a little bit more space. And then hold on to your knee with your left hand. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, you're twisting to the right. Reach that right arm behind you and down to the floor. Press it into the floor to help you get taller. Nice length. I saw a lot of length happen there. Inhale here. Exhale, you're gazing over your right shoulder. Use your inhale to reach the back arm up, unwinding. Exhale, let it down. Let's switch legs. So now your right knee is going to be bent on the floor with your foot by your left hip, and your left knee is sticking up. And my left ankle is right next to my right knee. Good. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Lift that rib cage up, give your belly lots of space. Exhale, reach that left hand back behind you and down. Press into the floor. Hold on to your front knee with your right hand. Get a little taller. And begin to gaze over that left shoulder. Breathing. Make this last breath a little bit slower. Use your inhale to reach the back arm up, unwinding. Exhale, let it down. Good, and swing those legs behind you. We're going to make our way slowly towards standing. So you can come onto your hands and knees for a moment in tabletop. Good, let your feet relax and just walk your hands forward so that you can come into a plank position. Spread your fingers. Don't let all of your weight sink into your wrists. Distribute it into your fingers and your hands. Let's inhale here. Exhale, keep your upper body nice and straight as you lower it down to the ground. Inhale into baby cobra. Beautiful. Exhale, child's pose, passing through tabletop. Sink your sitting bones back to your heels. Inhale, lifting your gaze forward. Exhale, begin to glide forward into plank. Pausing here, deep inhale. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, you can make your cobra a little bit bigger this time, lifting that heart up. Exhale, this time let's come into puppy. Your hips stay high, but your hands stretch forward. Forehead comes down. Inhale, gazing it forward. You can actually keep your forearms on the ground. Exhale, glide it forward. You're like this with your forearms on the ground. Lower your upper body down. Good, then slip your hands underneath your elbows and shoulders. Lift up into cobra. Let's pause here in cobra. Bring your legs together. Press down through this cobra tail of your legs. Really lift that heart up. Inhale with me. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes. Walk your hands a couple inches closer to your body and lift the hips up for downward facing dog. Again, spread those fingers, distribute your weight into your full hand instead of letting it rest on the heel of the hand, which creates pressure in the wrist. Tuck the chin, gazing back between your legs or all the way to your belly button. Shoulders relax away from the ears. On an inhale, gazing forward, walking up, flat back. Keep this length as you exhale and fold. Inhale, reaching out and up as you rise all the way up. Exhale, arms release. Good. Pausing in mountain. Palms of the hands facing forward. Spreading through your toes. Glide your shoulders in a couple circles back and down. And then keeping them slightly back and down. Inhale as you sweep the arms out and up. Let your palms touch. Keep them together as you exhale, bowing down. Inhale, gazing forward. Exhale, walk your feet back into downward facing dog, spreading through those fingers, distributing the weight in your hands. Leaning onto your left foot, inhale, reach your right foot up to the sky. And bending this right knee, draw it towards your nose and up in between your hands. Let's lower the back knee down, relaxing the back foot. Make sure your front ankle is underneath your knee. Good, let's use our inhale to reach the arms forward and maybe up. They can always be here. Or you can reach them all the way up. Imagine that your knees are reaching towards each other. Pelvic floor gently lifting. On an exhale, bring your fingertips to the floor. Tuck your back toes, lifting your back kneel. Your back kneel. Your back knee, and then lowering your heel down. So you're in a warrior stance. Press into both feet. You can bring your hands to your front thigh and lift yourself up. Good. You're standing tall. Your front knee is bending. Let's reach the arms forward for a moment. You're welcome to stay here like you have a beam of light coming out from your heart center. Or you can lift them up. Good, straighten the front knee. Let the arms release to the hips. Good, and turn your heart to the side. Begin to stick your back hip out behind you. You can glide your right hand down this straight front leg. Maybe it rests on the shin. Maybe it comes down to the ankle. And relax this right shoulder. This is triangle pose. You can stay right here, or you can take this hand that's on the hip and glide it like down your back towards your right thigh. Imagine that your spine is lengthening a little bit from your tailbone all the way through your crown. Good, smile here. Let's use our inhale to come back up. You can bring the hand to the hip. Inhale it up. Ah, nice job. Exhale, gazing towards the front of the mat. Let's bend the knee. Using balance, we'll step the back foot up. So use your inhale to lean forward and step up. Beautiful. Inhale, reaching up. Palms touch. Exhale, gently folding. Inhale, gazing forward. Exhale, walk your feet into downward facing dog. You can always choose a tabletop if you prefer here. Leaning onto your right foot, let's lift the left leg up for a moment. Opening it up. And then you can draw this left knee towards your nose and up in between your hands, and you might have to just help it up a little bit. And let's lower this back knee down to the floor. Relax your back foot. Bring your hands to your front knee and lift the heart up. Imagine that both knees are drawing towards each other. Good. Palms can come together at the heart. They can reach forward like you have a beam of light in front of the heart, or reach them up. On an exhale, bring the fingertips to the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee off the floor. You can step your foot forward just an inch and then lower your heel down. Pressing up to standing. Good, you're bending into that front knee. Again, a beam of light coming out from the heart. Shine it forward or up. You're doing great. On this exhale, release your hands to your hips and straighten your front knee. Begin to turn your heart to the side and stick your back hip out behind you. Glide your left hand down your front leg to wherever feels good, maybe on the shin, ankle, or all the way to the toe. Your right hand can stay on the hip or it can glide down the back, reaching for your left thigh. Pick a spot to gaze. And ride your inhale back up. Gazing towards the front of the mat, bend your front knee. Use your inhale to step up. Bringing the palms together at heart center. Leaning onto your right foot, bending the left knee out to the side. Left foot can be at the ankle or calf. Today, just let the hands separate a little bit, like your heart is inside of this V. And try to keep your upper body in the same position. Maybe even your gaze point stays the same as you switch legs. Releasing both feet to the floor, letting the hands release down, and rolling all the way down, passing through tabletop. Swing the legs around and come lying onto the back. Hugging your knees into your chest. Keeping your right knee hugged in, see how long you can reach your left leg down. So let that left leg release all the way to the floor. See how long it can get. And then take this right knee across the body into a twist, holding on to it with your left hand. Reach your right arm away, letting it relax on the floor, and allow your head to spill to the right. You can close the eyes here, let the jaw relax. Slowly unwinding. Give this right knee a kiss or blow it a kiss, drawing the lips and the knee towards each other. Let it all the way down to join your left leg and just notice both legs, both hips. Drawing the left knee in. Bringing it into a twist. Holding it with your right hand, left arm relaxes away. Again, allow your head to spill and relax to the left. Tip of the tongue relaxes. Allow all the skin on your forehead to relax. Slowly unwinding. Offering this left knee a kiss. And bring it all the way down with the other leg. Last little piece before Shavasana. Bring your feet to the floor so your knees are bending. And let your feet be a little bit to the side and in front of your sitting bones. And then inch your shoulders down and in towards the spine. Preparing for bridge pose, you can even spread the toes here. On an inhale, press down through your feet and lift your hips and your whole back up off the floor. You might be able to inch your arms towards each other and interlace your fingers. Imagine that your inner thighs are rolling a little bit towards each other. And instead of clenching the buttocks, let them try to hang. Opening through the heart and the whole eastern side of the body. You can always take a break and come back in. Let's take 3 more breaths here. On this last inhale, get as much height as you possibly can. And on your exhale, nice and slow, let your body lower down. And just pause, noticing any sensations. It's time for Shavasana. So this is the most important pose in yoga, where we absorb and circulate, integrate everything that we've done. So traditional Shavasana is where we allow the legs to come out long and they're slightly separated. And shoulders are relaxing downward and the arms rest by the sides. You're welcome to place some cushioning underneath the knees. You're welcome to cover the body with a blanket. We tend to cool down in this pose, so keeping your body warm is important here. So you get to rest in this pose. And I'll be sitting up and holding space for you. And I'll sing you a blessing as you begin to rest, and then we'll rest in silence. This is one of the most ancient mantras that we know of. Om Trayambakam. You can allow the subtle vibration of this mantra to carry you, to bring light to you. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugati Pushtivaranam Urvarugamila Bandhanam Mrityo Mukshiyamamrita Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Gently rubbing the tips of the fingers with the thumb. And wiggling the toes. And you can roll over onto your right side, using your right arm as a pillow. Coming into a fetal position, our pose of rebirth. And so as if you're starting again in this moment, you can slowly sit up, coming back to where we first began. Bringing the palms together at heart center. And we'll magnify the benefits of this practice with 3 ohms. You can imagine the sound of your ohm and the benefits of your practice reaching this whole universe, whole world, every being. Inhale with me and let it go. And let's inhale for Om. Bowing your head to your heart, honoring the openness in which you're able to show up. And we send thanks to all of the teachers who have made this practice available to us. The light within me honors the light within you. Remembering that we're all one, all connected, we say together, Namaste. Namaste.